with the workers of America fed up after cost of living goes out of control and all funding that helps going overseas to fund wars. They see the United States as a problem that always existed, regardless of which mask is put on top. They believe hate, exploitation, and oligarchy must be ripped down. From Los Angeles to New York, strikes break out as syndicalists start to describe a new world order led by workers' unions, not traditional left-wing ideology. They use blockade, striking, and infiltrating buildings as a way to stop the machine, but quickly, forced by the government, is used to protect the billionaire donors, with leaders of the syndicalist movement stating, "No matter what force they use, we will fight. We will make the bread, and right now we get crumbs. No, you don't own us." Let freedom knock oppression straight on its face. As syndicalists spread into the South with cities like Houston, Dallas, Tampa Bay, and, well, Atlanta, Montgomery, and, well, many more places, cities like Los Angeles, explode with resistance. And, well, the government shout, "No, the greatest threat to America is radical lefts," while social democrats, conservatives, and the right unite to stop it. They describe capitalism as true. We must resist as the communist state. As communist, libertarian left, anarcho-syndicalist, communists, and libertarian left, anarcho-syndicalist, anarcho-communist, and syndicalist unite to push back. But in Los Angeles, the army moves in, stops them as violence erupts in the war and attacks back. Well, before our anarchists go to war with statists and capitalists, please subscribe so we can get to 3,000 subscribers. Only 1,345 subscribers to go. And well, let's get into it. With revolts as the Chicago Syndical forms. As they quickly move along the Great Lakes a bit, quickly moving south and north into Minnesota, taking, well, some lands. And now let's go to the Workers' Republic of Los Angeles and see what they are doing. They result from the northern part of Los Angeles and move to the ocean, moving south towards Mexico's border, and moving north quite significantly. And while you might be wondering, where's the next place? Well, we need to go to the New York Commune. Yeah, the New York Commune. As the New York Commune quickly moves from Long Island and starts taking stuff, moving down towards into capturing New Jersey and Delaware, and moving into New England, capturing Providence and a few other cities into Connecticut and Rhode Island. And well, then we see the Houston Liberty Front break out. And well, they move fast and rapidly to seize lands as the Floridian Workers' Defense Front breaks out in Tampa, moving towards Miami and quickly taking the southern part and moving towards Orlando. And well, eventually, the United Front of American Workers' Liberation Front opens. America is now in full-fledged civil war, similar to communes in France in 1871. They plan to form a federation of syndicals to have direct democracies in each commune to allow workers to control means of production and overthrow the radical right statist radicals and force companies to their knees and destroy capitalism. They believe endless capital will end the world. Well, people are angry, hungry, poor, and the cities are to their full. eat to their full as the elites. Well, the members of the American Workers' Liberation Front declare the revolution as an action, as violence as the revolution in action, and violence is the only way to achieve liberty. So let's see. Well, we need to go to the West Coast. What does the ones here do? They move north to Californian Workers' Republic from Los Angeles, with them quickly moving there. With rebellions starting around Austin and Dallas, quickly moving down to meet up with here, into the south, forming more of Texas. As Orlando and Jacksonville then falls, in the north they start moving deeper into the northwest. And then, over in this part, they start expanding, and they move in and take, well, Detroit, and they finally form a communist control over this, or syndicalist. Actually, syndicalist, I mean workers, not communist, which is the people. As they take more land, the capitalists realize their heads are going to get taken if they don't flee. They flee like the cowards there. This shows success is marching, but will a vanguard led by Marxist-Leninists form the workers now? But the workers reject it and state capitalism. They build the switches, then scripts. They want to switch the scripts. Well, this is a radical left, not social democrats. And this is two left communists. Your thoughts? Is this too left? Comment your thoughts. And, well, let's see how the revolt goes. And, well, they advance further. The ones on the West Coast end up sparking revolts near Washington and Las Vegas and Phoenix and a few other places, quickly moving across Mexico's border. And as the U.S. loses control over this vast part, they ended up with encirclements. And the billionaires are fleeing completely, destroying the economy, I guess. As they then move towards New Orleans, but before the rebels can get there from Texas, the rebels take it. Yes, not the rebels from Texas, a new rebellion in Louisiana. And while Maine finally is withdrawn from the capitalists, along with two here to secure Washington, D.C., but what they need to do now is move to this front, where they move, after they manage to move into Cleveland and a few other cities, they manage to halt their advance here. But on this front, they manage to get all the way here. I forget what that city is. Not a big deal. Or is it? Honestly, it might be. And while in the southern front, they manage to take more. As at this point, you can see the Union isn't having a fun time. With the rebels, with a few more rebels managing to sneak into Mexico and cross the border. Don't know how they did, but I guess the border became unimportant when there's a civil war. As a southern area, as another breakthrough in the north happens, and at this point we see a big breakthrough on the coast. America has lost the West Coast. Capitalism now runs important ports. Not capitalism, that's a big lie. Syndicalism rules it. Yes. Don't mix up the terms like me, or it's not as reasonable. As workers move to securing the United States of America, many in Western nations fear the home of capitalism is now a failing state. No one wants to get up power because they rely on capitalism, neocolonialism, colonialism, revanchism, and exploitation to keep their people and prevent green energy to make more money. But the elites globally are ready for revanchists. Never trust pigs, everyone. Never trust the state. Am I left? Am I right? You'll never know. You can guess in the comments. Yes, guess in the comments. Guess my political views in the comments. And, well, let's take some time and seize Puerto Rico. My fellow comrades. Hello, comrades. If you're still watching at this video, you better comment Comrade Wild Mapper, and let's see what happens. If any of you secretly post at the first part, that means you don't care. With another revolt into Denver. Or is that? Yeah, that would be probably Denver. I think it's far enough north. With them now moving over to try to meet near Billings, I think. Is it Billings? Or Great Falls? Whatever it is. They meet there. Thus creating another encirclement. And they cut it in half. And while the revolt quickly takes us out. With the American collapse on the verge of happening, we need to be careful. Because, well, we don't want too fast. With the full front of this area collapsing. With farmers seizing, with the workers in this area seizing control. Workers in this area all seize control. With the workers here, and then this last part keeps the United States trusting in the United States. There are the capitalists that are left. As I start moving up the coast in Virginia, with the United States failing, and now the syndicalists are the controllers. And while they then march in and they manage to take Washington, D.C. And while Alaska, you might think, oh, Alaska, they fled there. Well, those Tsarist people better be happy. Hang, 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 hang. Is that radical? Is it not? You'll have to guess in the comments. Also, it's definitely radical. But isn't radicalism great? And now I feel like there's going to be the far right thinking I'm a communist and they'll come after me. But Everett, chill. I'm not that one influencer who's like going around throwing out people's information, hurting people, making harmful statements, and then wondering why Everett hates her, even though she's not that bad of a person. But, you know, there's worse people. They don't get in trouble. They become the president. Which is not a good joke. Or they become the dictator. Imagine being Stalin. Oh, I made literacy better. Yeah, and they could only read what you wanted. What you actually achieve. People are like, oh, there's communism. Yeah, the Paris Commune, Lyon Commune, Toulouse Commune, and the, what's it called? Marseille communes existed. They're the only examples of it. The rest of the examples are dictators with better branding. After the American order has collapsed in the United States, but ready to export the revolution as the United Syndicates of America. Now the workers are there. But will it work? Is the globe saved from capitalism and the belief that infinite capital from finite resources is good? Maybe it will work. Like the Paris Commune, a great place, till elites took it back. The new leader declares Cuba, China, and Venezuela as pathetic state socialists and state capitalists and capitalist lovers and exploiters. The U.S. is fixed. The USA is fixed. Can they stop drugs now? Can they stop homelessness? Can the workers survive without falling to a vanguard? Coyotes and sheep's skin? Hate is a heap us down. Love unites us. Will this solve to work crises and form utopia? Can they help the people? Again, in comment section, comment that please. And please like and subscribe. Let's get to 5,000 subscribers. Also, click the notification bell for alternate future of the world part 11 on Wednesday. And please comment whatever you want in the comments box. I love engagement. You probably do too. And I don't care if you call me the worst words imaginable to call a human. I honestly don't care. Just comment. I don't care. I don't care if you're a fascist, or if you're a leftist, or if you're a Yahoo social democrat, or if you're a cool syndicalist, or if you're a stupid Marxist-Leninist, I honestly don't care. Comment. Y'all are great, and well, why am I saying that? I'm not American. Well, that's all for today's video. Wild Mapper out. Bye, guys.